Attention, Chief Police, Mexico City, DF. Michael Lanyard, alias the Notorious Lone Wolf, and his valet Jameson arrived today, Hotel Casa del Rey, your city, for supposed vacation. I hope. Crane, Inspector, New York Police Department, New York City, USA.
78, 759.
Oh, Jameson, my tie, please. You know, Jameson, these have been my working clothes for many years. But I've never quite overcome my aversion to soup and fish.
759 and a half.
Not only are dinner clothes uncomfortable and impractical, but movie villains are photographed in them so often that it's become a sort of uniform for cads and polite thieves.
8 o'clock.
In this kind of an outfit, I find it very difficult to remember that now we're disgustingly honest. Come on, help me with this, will you?
I'm very sorry, sir, but it's 8 o'clock.
So you said before.
You've probably forgotten, sir, this is the 1st of September.
All right. It's 8 o'clock on the evening of September 1st. We're in Mexico. It's time for dinner, and I don't intend to wrestle with this thing.
Sorry, sir, but I'm afraid you'll have to.
Oh, now, Jameson, really, all during the war, I'd up with things. I prepared the coffee 3 mornings a week. You've had Sundays, Mondays, and Tuesdays off. I even let your impossible cousin come live with us and drink up all my best brandy. Every time I rang for something, you quit. But this is mutiny.
Ah, yes, sir, but to coin a phrase, those were the good old days. You too busy with the war effort to do any entertaining, and later in the army, and me in the midst of a perfectly enchanting servant problem. But this has nothing to do with that, sir. This is merely my vacation. Do you remember? 2 weeks each year from the 1st of September to the 15th, with salary and expenses.
Oh, well, you can start your vacation when we get back to New York. Now, help me with this, will you?
I'm afraid your suggestion is quite impossible, sir. I have your word, and I intend to hold you to it.
Senor Inspector, at last you have come. I have been going swiftly out of my mind. What took you so long? Buenas tardes.
Buenas tardes. We had a puncture. Calm yourself.
Calm myself. It is me to calm myself. Please to perform your duty as quickly and as quietly as possible. My guests, they must not be endangered by careless shooting. Senor Inspector, I am a Mexican citizen. I demand protection. I am on the verge of ruin. Last season, as you know, I was quarantined for measles. The season before, the big earthquake. And now, is it right that in my hair I should have the lone wolf? Now, let me tell you all the precautions that I have taken. 1, I have armed all my help. 2, I have stationed my second cousin to watch the safe. 3, I have stationed my first cousin to watch my second cousin. Furthermore, I have hidden all the good silver and taken away the passkey from all unmarried chambermaids.
Please, my friend, I appreciate your anxiety, but these precautions are quite unnecessary. Senor Lanyard has retired from practice. He is no longer interested in the stealing of jewels. I have it on good authority.
You mean to tell me that you're not going to arrest him? El Lobo Solitario?
What has he done?
What has he done? Well, he has registered at my hotel. That's what he has done.
Vámonos.
But I shan't desert you completely, sir.
No? How nice.
Well, no, indeed, sir. Aside from our purely professional relationship, I find you amusing, intelligent, and morally stimulating.
Well, thank you, Jameson.
So, after a great deal of consideration, I've decided that you are as ideal a companion for a vacation as I'm likely to find.
I'm overwhelmed.
So I'm willing to remain, sir, on condition that you recognize my temporary change of status.
What you mean is you'd like to smoke my cigars in the living room instead of the pantry, eh?
Yeah, to put it crudely, sir, yes, sir.
Well, your proposition is most intriguing, and I'll take it under advisement. However, the doorbell is ringing, Jameson.
Yes, I'll answer it, sir, as my last official act.
Thank you, Jameson.
Ah, foreign gentleman from the embassy, I presume.
Buenas tardes, senor. Dígale al senor.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm afraid I'm not very well acquainted with your delightful language. It's so poetic. I wonder if you'd oblige me by going a little slowly.
Dígale al señor Michael Lanyard que el señor Rodríguez, el inspector de policía de la Ciudad de México, está aquí para darle bienvenida a nuestra hermosa ciudad. Queremos que él sepa que la policía le ofrece toda la protección posible.
Yeah, I think I did catch just one word. Policia. The police! Mr. Lanyard, it's the police! What have we done now?
Quite all right, Jameson. Let him in.
Miguelito!
Carlos!
It's so good to see you again.
Good to see you too, Carlos. Almost like old times, eh? Do sit down. Gentlemen, Jameson, ring for room service.
Oh, no. We can only stay for a minute.
Oh.
They apparently know one another.
So it appears. I can't say I'm in accord with his fraternizing with criminals, but I suppose the chief knows what he's about.
Is this an official call, Carlos?
Oh, claro que no, Miguelito. You must not think this thing. We are old friends. Truth?
Truth.
Well, then if this were an affair for handcuffs, I would not have come myself in person.
Are you sure Inspector Crane didn't warn you from New York that I was coming? Usually my arrivals and departures are announced free of charge via the teletype.
Forgive me for not having met you at the aeroplane, Miguelito. But there has been much crime. And you are retired. Truth?
Oh, yes, Carlos. All the jewels in Europe couldn't tempt me now.
Bueno. This makes much relief, my friend. I am no longer so young as I was, not so quick anymore like the rabbit.
Oh, pardon me, Mr. Mohr.
Buenas tardes.
Buenas tardes.
Have you seen Senor Dumont?
Sí, señora. Ahí está.
Gracias.
No.
Well, what have you to say for yourself this time? I've been waiting upstairs in the room for over an hour. Answer me. And never mind the glower. I'm not the timid violet you used to wear in your buttonhole in Monte Carlo. And in case there's any doubt in your mind, you're no longer the dark, tragic Villon of the gambling casinos.
Oh, shut up.
You're nothing but a cheap croupier, operating a crooked wheel.
As far as I'm concerned, you're just stupid. And very passé.
Oh, go spin your wheel.
Wait a minute. I just heard something that might put you in a better mood. Michael is here.
Michael? Michael who?
Now, don't tell me there are two Michaels in the world. I mean, Michael Lanyard, of course, the not-so-lone wolf. Remember London? 1935, wasn't it? He broke your heart and cracked the Duke of Lancashire's safe at the same time. Quite a feat.
He's here?
Police are paying their respects now.
Well, what of it?
I want you to bring him to El Paseo tonight. I've got an idea that's loaded with possibilities.
It's almost 8 o'clock. It's too late for cocktails. And besides, I'm keeping old Lady Van Weir waiting.
Why not join me for dinner?
Gracias. Not tonight. To present the keys of the city to the lone wolf would be slightly foolish, no? But the intentions are the same. Anything you are in need of, Miguelito.
Gracias, Carlos.
De nada, my friend.
Hasta la vista.
Ah, muy bien, Miguelito. Vamos, pues.
Oh, policemen make me feel most frightfully ill, sir. It's as my draft board doctor said. My ulcers are allergic to uniform. Still, for the moment, it was delightfully reminiscent.
Courage, Jameson. Remember our program, huh? Early to bed, early to rise, lots of fresh air.
Oh, dear. It sounds positively poisonous, sir. Still, any excitement's better than this dreary rusticity.
Yeah, well. Yeah, my hat, Jameson.
Yes, you'll find it in the bedroom closet, sir.
Oh, now, Jameson, you don't really intend to hold me to that...
Oh, yes, indeed I do, sir. What fun we'll have. I was just wondering, couldn't we take a crack at one of those priceless Rivera murals, sir?
Jameson, those murals are painted on walls.
Yes, I know, sir. But we've never requisitioned a wall before. What a challenge to our ingenuity. Oh, by the way, sir.
Yes?
Since we are companions, we should dine together, don't you agree?
Oh, by all means. I can hardly wait. All right, Jameson, get ready.
Oh, but I'm quite ready now, sir. Except for my hat.
Well, you idiot, go get it.
Yes. It's right next to yours, sir, in the bedroom closet. And since you are going in there yourself, I thought perhaps you might,
Michael Lanyard! What a coincidence seeing you after all this time. You haven't forgotten me. Now, I haven't changed that much.
Don't be silly. How could I forget you? To forget you, I'd have to forget, London.
Oh, Michael, isn't this exciting?
Yes, isn't it? You know, beautiful women are always forming new attachments. Tell me, what is your name now?
Still Lillian Dumont.
Oh.
Agatha, may I present a very dear friend, Michael Lanyard. This is Cortland Van Weir.
How do you do? May I present my friend and companion, Mr. Jameson?
Delighted.
Michael, you must have been leading a very healthful life, or else you've been taking vitamins. You've scarcely changed.
Yes, I must confess I owe it all to diet. May I recommend a delightful concoction, scientifically prepared under the supervision of the government? K-rations.
Still the same lone wolf.
Lone wolf?
An allusion to my bachelor status, madam.
Oh, I haven't much respect for bachelors when they're over 30. But at the moment, I'm far too hungry to debate the question. Why not join us? They tell me the food at the El Paseo is simply superb.
Well, we had planned on dining here.
Oh, Michael, do come along with us.
They have a private gambling club in the rear, you know.
Madam, after 4 years in the army, I'm afraid I've lost my taste for gambling.
Oh, my dear Lanyard.
Michael, don't be stuffy. We'll have a wonderful evening, almost like old times.
We accept.
Early to bed, early to rise.
Yeah, hombre, get a taxi, will you, please?
El carro del señor Lanyard.
Compliments on Inspector Rodriguez, senor.
How thoughtful of the inspector.
Thank gracias, senor.
Ladies?
I was thinking of that night in London, when you took me home after the Earl of Warburton's benefit.
Oh, yes, I remember. I donated £500 for a new cricket field.
Well, you needn't look so self-satisfied. You could afford it after you'd helped yourself to his wife's diamonds.
Pearls, dear, pearls. And imitation ones at that.
Oh, so for once the lone wolf was stuck.
Oh, no. I stopped payment on the check. I never liked cricket anyway.
You told me you loved me that night.
Did I?
And then you planted the pearls in my powder box. But I loved you so much I forgave you when I found them.
Oh, that was very generous of you, darling. Particularly since all you wanted was 50%.
My dear Mrs. Van Weir, I hope you won't think I'm saying this under the influence of Bacchus. Never in my life have I met a lady with such obvious good points. You're positively scintillating. There are so many interesting facets to your personality. I haven't been able to take my eyes off you.
Mr. James.
Yes, well, how about a turn in the garden?
It's too warm to dance. Shall we have a go at the wheel?
By all means. Ready? It's back this way. Good evening, Mr. Henderson. I have some friends I'd like you to meet.
Good evening, Mrs. Van Weir. Mrs. Dumont.
Mr. Jameson, Mr. Lanyard, Mr. Henderson.
How do you do?
How do you do?
Mr. Henderson owns this lovely little club. He'll cash a check if you're short.
Oh, thank you, but I don't intend to gamble.
Oh, well, as long as you're here, you might as well have a try at breaking the bank.
Well, since you put it so charmingly, how can I resist?
Well, while you're transacting your business, come along, we'll try our luck.
Ah, this is more like it.
Place your bets. Well, did you bring him?
Yes, but for my own reasons.
Numero 24. 24, black.
My last 100, Leon. Make it good.
All down for this roll.
No more bet.
Numero 18. 18, red. Place your bets.
Lanyard. Michael Lanyard. Sounds familiar.
Could be, but I haven't been to Mexico in years.
Emil, Mr. Lanyard's credit will be good for $10,000 if he should need it at any time.
Thank you.
Remember, Mr. Lanyard, this is a private club run for a select clientele. It's slightly illegal, so kindly keep it under your hat.
Naturally.
Emil, show Mr. Lanyard the way to the casino.
Second door on your left. Right.
Does the name Lanyard mean anything to you?
No.
You ever hear the Lone Wolf? He used to be an internationally known jewel thief.
How much will you advance me on this?
You tempt me, Mrs. Montgomery, but our safe is already full of your husband's jewels.
Oh, but please, this is the last time.
I'm not so much afraid for myself as I am for you.
Can you refuse?
For your sake.
Hello, Leon. Nice to see you again.
Well, the Lone Wolf. What are you doing here? Come in to pick up a dollar?
I'm not likely to pick one up here.
I don't know. I might toss you one. Numero 2. Number 2, black. You lose. What's on your mind, Lanyard?
Nothing. I see things are different now. You keep both hands on the table.
Make your bets.
May I use your car, Mrs. Van Weir? I'd like to return to the hotel.
My dear, I'm sorry. I came with Mr. Lanyard and Mr. James.
Oh, but we'll be only too happy to oblige.
Thank you, but I don't want to put you to any trouble.
Oh, not at all, not at all. You don't know what a pleasure it'll be.
Thank you. Good night, darling.
Good night.
Make your bets. You might find that dollar you're looking for out in the garden if you're there in 5 minutes.
What's the matter with in here?
Numero Tracy. Number 13, black.
Well?
Listen, Lanyard, there's a big job to be done here, but I can't handle it alone. I need your help.
Really? I can hardly wait.
You and I together, if we act quickly and cleverly, can retire for life.
I'm already retired, or haven't you heard?
Oh, sure, I know, just like me. We're older now. We wait for that big one to come along with us. I promise you is that big one.
Tell me, where does Lillian fit into this? What does she?
Lillian and I are through.
Oh,
This deal is just for you and me. The fewer people we have to trust, the better.
that's a sensible, if unchivalrous idea. There's only one thing that bothers me.
Yeah?
I'd have to trust you.
Now, look, don't joke. This is too important. There's too much involved. Look, Lanyard.
To Inspector. You might as well come in. You will, anyway.
¿Cómo está, Carlos?
This is strictly the business, Miguelito.
Oh, you may continue with what you were doing. A friend.
Oh, you mean the packing, sir. Thank you.
You are leaving?
The noon plane for Panama.
Why are you so restless?
Well, it's Jameson. He has, asthma.
Now is the rainy season in Panama. Very damp. Here is more perfect.
I see no reason why
I am unfinished. Now, number one. It will be a secret just for you and for me. You will tell Uncle Carlos everything. Are you the mysterious killer who shot the mysterious corpse at El Poseo Night Club?
No.
Hey, how are you, the mysteries? Muy bien. I believe. For the moment. Number two. Why did you run from the corpse after he is dead?
Ah, he has a witness. Who is he?
Confidential.
Oh. All right, I was talking to him when he was killed. But I got out of there in a hurry because I didn't want any part of it. Look, Carlos, I came here to get plenty of fresh air.
Of fresh air and to get to bed early and early out of bed.
Right.
Pura tonteria. Forget it. Number three. Who is this mysterious corpse?
Well,
I know. He is named Leon Dumont, but it means nothing. You know him, madame.
Truth. He was a grifter. He used to be big time in Europe, but I haven't seen him in over 10 years. Believe me, Carlos, I don't know anything about it.
What is this Dumont's, ¿cómo se llama? Racket? How he make his living?
Confidential.
This is Mr. Lanyard's apartment.
Oh, come in, come in.
Am I breaking up anything?
Oh, quite the contrary.
I was leaving. My business can wait. Men stay dead for a very long time. Buenos dias.
Nos veremos. Afraid you have the advantage of me, Miss...
Mrs. Montgomery.
Oh.
Sharon Montgomery.
Jameson.
Yes, sir?
My jacket, please.
Very good, sir. But you're taking advantage of my good nature.
I understand you're known as the Lone Wolf.
Oh, I do have a following. Now, you really have advantage of me.
Yes, and I mean to keep it.
Thank you, Jameson.
You see, I find myself in rather an awkward predicament. And you're going to help me out of it.
Am I?
I've been losing heavily at El Paseo. The money I've gotten from Henderson by putting up several valuable pieces of jewelry.
So you lose the pieces, huh?
It's not as simple as that. My husband's a jewelry merchant. That's why I go around looking like a walking showcase. And now, of all times, he decided to show the entire collection to a group of buyers, including the pieces that Henderson has.
To use a GI expression, you're in a situation normal.
Not if you recover those jewels for me.
Oh, don't you think that's asking quite a lot? You know, I lost my chivalry in the army.
A jewel compact was stolen from me last night.
Yes?
By your friend Jameson. This certainly has nothing to do with chivalry. He's a thief, and I can very easily have him arrested.
Young lady, that's quite a serious accusation.
I mean it to be.
I wonder if you're bluffing. You'll find the telephone right over there. If you hurry, you might catch Rodriguez before he leaves the hotel.
Hello, desk? Have those policemen left yet?
Never mind. It appears you're not bluffing. And I must confess to an abysmal lack of character. Where are the jewels?
In Henderson's office, in his safe.
Well, that's a relief anyway.
And I'll be hearing from you?
Yes, in a day or two. And meanwhile, keep your husband's mind off those jewels.
How do you suggest?
I'm sure you'll find a way. Jameson!
Yes, sir? Rather a garish bauble, wouldn't you say so, sir?
So that's the way you keep your word to me. I thought we were never going to do this sort of thing again.
Yes, but I honestly don't know how it happened, sir.
Oh, what do you mean you honestly don't know how it happened?
Well, I admit the idea of requisitioning it did occur to me, sir, and quite strongly.
I'll bet it did.
Ah, but you'd have been proud of me, sir, if you'd seen the way I resisted the impulse. Oh, what character. What moral backbone, sir. Why, I even amazed myself. It must have hopped into my pocket under its own power.
Oh, now, really, Jameson.
Well, you've heard of atomic energy, sir.
Senor, siesta's over. Take me to El Paseo.
Está cerrado. It's closed for the night.
I understand that. I'm not going in. Tengo una cita. I have a date with the most beautiful señorita.
Ay, qué romántico.
Sí, mucho.
Come on, I'll put you in. The car. I think Here we are, senor.
I won't be long.
No le hace, senor. He makes no difference. I sleeps in front of the hotel, same as inside. Qué buena suerte, caramba. Esta noche I think I sleep all night, maybe.
Coca Chica means okay with me. Coca Chica, do you know what means Coca Chica?
You ought to be in pictures.
Sir, I had a lucky coin, sir, and I dropped it into a slot machine this evening. Oh, quite by accident, I'll show you. And all I got were 2 lemons and a measly bunch of grapes, sir. And
Jameson, you're babbling.
Oh, am I, sir? I'm sorry, sir. Well, the truth of the matter is, sir, I felt that I should be the one to run this risk, not you. After all, it was my pocket the compact hopped into, wasn't it?
Will you tell me how you got in here?
Oh, that was quite simple, sir. The watchman out front lent me his keys.
Jameson, you didn't?
Oh, no, sir. By tomorrow, he'll be as right as rain.
Oh, that's good. Here, hold this.
Yes, sir.
It's a good thing it's your vacation, so I shan't punish you.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Oh, don't mention it. Splash your light in there.
Yes, Mrs. Montgomery's. Her jewels.
Aren't they little beauties? was murdered. Now it's locked. Listen, come with me into the gambling room. I've got a hunch about something.
Oh, but I've just come out of this, sir. The joint's closed.
I know it's closed. Come on. How'd you promote this?
Oh, I borrowed it from the chauffeur. I told him I needed it for romantic purposes.
Lovely lying there.
My husband. Did you bring the compact? You deserve a gold star on your report card, Mr. Lanyard.
So do you.
What do you mean?
Any young lady who can raise money on imitation ice should go right to the head of the class.
Imitation? Why, that's ridiculous. My husband's an expert. I don't understand.
The largest stones have been replaced in every piece. This isn't the only one.
Sharon?
Charles.
Sharon?
What's the matter with you?
Oh, Charles, I just had the most terrible dream.
I told you not to eat so many enchiladas. Who were you talking to in here?
Talking? Why, I must have been talking in my sleep. I dreamed somebody was stealing the jewelry. Please go and look.
Dreaming is right. They're all here.
Oh, darling, they're such a responsibility. Why don't you put them in your safe?
All right. I didn't realize. Sorry you had such a terrible dream.
Drop me near El Paseo. And take the car back so your story holds up.
And yours, sir?
Mine's foolproof.
It'd be more reassuring, sir, if it were bulletproof.
Amigo.
Oh, my friend. Excuse me, I was resting my eyes, I think.
No le hace. We go home.
Oh, si, senor. Get in the car.
$1,000,000 jewel robbery. Jewelry report safe emptied. Early this morning, a North American, Charles Montgomery, notified police that his safe had been opened and about 1,000,000 pesos, that's about $200,000, in precious stones had been removed. Interviewed at his room in the exclusive Hotel Casa del Rey, Montgomery told reporters that many of the pieces stolen are irreplaceable. He listed among them a platinum bracelet encrusted with diamonds and emeralds, a watch set in a diamond wristband, a blood ruby pin. Do those pieces sound familiar to you?
But those are the ones that Mrs. Montgomery brought to us.
The bracelet, the watch, the pin, and all the rest of the jewelry that she went and hocked for. I don't get it.
How could it be? Do you think it's a joke?
Sure, it's a joke. But on who?
Hey, 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 hey. Hey, 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 hey. Come in. Ah, buenos dias, señorita.
Good morning, sir.
Oh, so you speak English as well, my little tamale. At such a tender age.
Jameson.
Oh.
Am I interrupting anything?
Oh, excuse me, Mr. Lanyard.
Yes.
Steady, Jameson.
Oh, what a personality. What intelligence.
Relax, Jameson, and help me finish dressing, will you?
No, I'm afraid that's impossible, sir, unless you care to wait till the 15th of September.
Oh, Jameson, why do you persist in misunderstanding me? Here, sit down. Now, Jameson, when I request you to do something, I'm not commanding you. I'm merely asking you as a loyal friend and companion. Oh, friendship's a beautiful thing, Jameson. Quite the most wonderful relationship in the whole world. What are friends for, if not to help one another? Oh, you hurt me, Jameson. You've wounded me deeply.
Have I really, sir?
Yes, indeed you have. You were the one person in the world I thought I could count on who would shed his blood for me if necessary.
Oh, but I would, sir. Indeed, I would.
Then help me finish dressing, friend.
Well, sir, if you don't mind my saying so, you have made me feel a bit of a cad.
Oh, not at all, Jameson.
Oh, I'll answer that, sir.
Thank you, Jameson.
No puede estar dormido.
Es que es muy temprano, Inspector.
You would save us much trouble if you would confess at once.
Did you the jewels for the practical joke? To see maybe if the hands are quicker than the police.
Oh, Carlos, this is all so boring. If you'd only ask a certain cab driver, he would
We
tell you
have
that
already, and he swore you were nowhere near the hotel from midnight until dawn.
We don't see how, but only you could have done it. Admit, Miguelito.
There's nothing to admit, Carlos. But if you'd like me to tell you what I suspect, well, sometimes a beautiful woman from the purest motives is indiscreet.
You push the little knob down and these words go round and round in circles. Please to go. We are wasting my good times. Remember, Miguelito, every moment, every second, I am watching you like the guardian angel.
Adios, angel.
Hey, how are you to mysteries?
Montgomery jewel theft unsolved. Lone wolf alibi airtight.
Oh, forgive me for breaking in on like this, but could I trouble you for a moment?
It seems the trouble is my middle name, Mrs. Van Weir. Unpack the bags, Jameson. We're not leaving for Panama today, thanks to you.
Oh, very good,
Won't you
sir.
sit down? Tell me, how is Lillian bearing up under the shock of her husband's death?
Oh, wonderfully. She's so brave. She told me she wouldn't go into mourning to parade her grief. Mr. Lanyard, you're a comparative stranger, but you have an honest face. For a bachelor, that is.
Oh, I can see you're an excellent judge of character.
Bosh. An honest face has nothing to do with character. The proof is that I hear you are, or were, one of the slipperiest criminals in the world.
Now, that's very kind of you to say so, Mrs. Van Weir. A sincere artist appreciates nothing quite as much as a genuine appreciation of his work.
I won't mince my words. I need your help.
He's getting slightly repetitious.
I beg your pardon.
Oh, nothing. Go on.
My losses at the club have been very heavy. And I've been borrowing on this.
Yes, the Rajput stone. Just as a matter of idle curiosity, how deep are you in?
About 50,000.
To Henderson? I can understand your dilemma. Particularly since that thing you're wearing wouldn't bring $20 in the open market.
Is it so obvious?
Only to my trained eye.
Oh!
It's really a rather good imitation.
Oh, what shall I do? I haven't had the real stone for nearly a year. I lost it in Monte Carlo. If Mr. Henderson ever finds out, oh, he's dangerous. He'll stop at nothing.
Well, if I were you, I'd buy a long railroad ticket.
Oh, isn't there anything you can do to help me? I'm so afraid.
I could recommend a good insurance man.
Oh, Mr. Lanyard.
Take my advice about that long trip, Mrs. Van Weir. And bon voyage.
Oh, bon voyage.
Jameson.
Yes, sir?
Do I really look gullible?
Well, no, sir. Why, you're typically American.
It's amazing what rotten luck I'm always having. I'm afraid I'll need 10,000 more.
What do you make of this?
Puts you in rather an odd spot, doesn't it? Especially since the stolen jewels are right there in your safe.
I don't get it, but it must be pretty smart. I guess your husband would like to know what a smart little wife he's got.
I guess the police would like to know what a smooth operator you are.
Now you're no longer smart. If you tipped the police off to this little club of ours, you wouldn't have a chance to redeem those jewels.
I'm not so sure I want to, now that the genuine stones have been replaced by imitations. Illegal gambling's bad enough, but you'll find the police have no sense of humor about grand larceny. Thank you. And now, gentlemen, we mustn't slight the legal formalities. Would you like a receipt?
Don't worry, we won't forget.
See you in jail, boys.
This is going to be a dirty shame.
Good evening, Mrs. Van Weir. Mrs. Newmine. I have your table.
Thank you. Will you excuse me? I'll join you in a few moments.
Do you have a piece of paper and a pencil, please? Do you see that gentleman just seating himself at the corner table?
Yes, ma'am.
Please give him this.
You must change your mind and help me. Frankly, I'm terrified. Henderson has given me 2 days.
So it's either the 50,000 or the phony diamond.
Oh, I'm frantic.
Pardon me, sir.
I think maybe something can be done. But you'll have to make me one promise. No gambling till I give the word.
But that's my only chance to recover my losses.
Promise? And now, if you'll excuse me. Oh, Jameson, dancing's always been your secret frustration. Why don't you uninhibit yourself with Mrs. Van Weir?
Uninhibit, sir?
Not if it's a chore.
Oh, my dear lady. She's hurt.
You did it, you murderer.
Stay where you are. This time, Senor Lone Wolf, there will be no alibi.
But, Carlos, I tell you, that club is just a front for something bigger. Leon and that Montgomery woman were both killed because they knew too much. Let me out of here. I'll prove it.
Oh, I can't do that, my friend. The wolf must stay in his cage. But I will raid the gambling club tonight.
Oh, that's fine. That's just fine. Let the big shots escape. That's the tip-off, not the payoff.
Truth, Miguelito, but what can I do? I'm caught in between. Already they say I've been too free with you.
All right, take me back. Oh, ask Jameson to bring me a razor and a toothbrush, will you?
Si.
And give him this. It's a list of things I need.
You are sure this is not plans for to break out from the jailhouse?
Yeah, that's the time to bring the getaway car.
Always the joker, Miguel.
I must say you've done better than I expected.
Thank you, Jameson. Did you bring the stuff?
Oh, naturally. Why are you going to all this trouble?
Well, if I'm going to put the boys on a merry-go-round, I might as well give them a complete ride. Besides, I want to do a favor for a very dear, and extremely foolish, and a terribly frightened old lady.
Ah, sir, you're always so gallant.
Yes, on my mother's side. Now get going.
Oh, yeah.
Chap. He's not singing tonight.
Shall I work around to the front of the building and borrow his keys again?
No. This time he may not be quite so cooperative.
I could reason with him.
No.
Very well, sir, but if I may say so, you are being a very wet blanket.
Oh, Jameson, anybody can get into a place with keys. The trick is to get in without them. Come on, let's go. Press the button on the right. Now, I press this button, which I've so nicely arranged, and cut the current. Ah, it works beautifully.
Oh, I see. It should have turned up black, but with the button you put in, you cut the current and it turns up red. Very neat indeed.
Nothing to it, really, old boy. Any fool can fix a roulette wheel. Poor Mrs. Van Weir, she didn't have a chance.
Oh, I see. So you're doing this for her?
Well, ordinarily, I wouldn't lift a finger, but the poor old girl's out of her head with fright. If this had been a legitimate wheel, I...
Yes, you'd have done it in any case. You're just a softy at heart.
You might give me a hand with this carpet. Roll it back.
We should be raiding El Paseo. We should be throwing crooks and gamblers into prison. Instead, we're going to arrest an innocent man.
I know what I am doing.
Friendship with a criminal. That's going too far.
And you are going too far. I order you to make the arrest.
A sus órdenes, Inspector.
Ah, good day, madam. You're the very person I've been looking for. Mr. Lanyard asked me to give you this.
Oh, that poor boy, to think of him in that horrible jail.
Oh, on the contrary, he's at large. I mean, at liberty.
How grand.
Yes, he wants you to meet him tonight at El Paseo at 10 o'clock sharp.
Now, isn't that generous of him? Always wanting to help others.
Yes.
Oh, well, good afternoon, Mr. Montgomery. Are you leaving us?
How do you do?
Oh, that poor man. I've been telling Lillian.
Oh, Lillian, yes. How is she?
I'm positive she's in love with Mr. Lanyard. Why, they're arresting him.
This is outrageous. Senor, I said you're under arrest. Come on.
What did he do?
Shot his wife, probably.
Oh, that nice man.
Yes, it's epidemic these days. Haven't you heard? Good day, madam.
Oh.
No more bets this roll. Hope I haven't kept you waiting too long.
What is this all about?
Well, something tells me that tonight's our lucky night. I noticed Amy will pinch hitting at that spare table. Shall we try our luck there?
Yes.
Good evening, Mr. Van Weir.
Good evening.
We've missed you these last few nights. Congratulations. I see by the paper they pinned those murders on Montgomery.
Oh, I wouldn't believe everything I read in the paper. The police are expecting further developments tonight. The Montgomery woman talked before she died, and it seems she knew quite a good deal.
How interesting.
Yes.
I'll see you later and get all the details. Have a good time.
Thank you. Shall we give it a whirl? Make it a stack of hundreds. Bet 1,000 on red. It's easier to reach.
Place your bets, please.
No more bets this roll.
Numero 16. Number 16, red.
Let it ride.
Place your bets, please. No more bets this roll. Numero 28. Number 28, black.
C'est la vie. Bet again, same thing.
Place your bets. No more bets. Numero 7, number 7, red.
Let it ride. Let it ride.
Go get that.
Place your bets. No more bets.
Numero 12, number 12, red.
Bet the 20.
Oh, but...
If you win, it'll be an even 52. Something's wrong. It won't work. Place your bets.
20,000 on the red.
Are you quite sure, madame?
Quite.
Numero 32, number 32, red.
I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. That breaks the bank for tonight. Mrs. Van Weer, if you'll wait for just a few minutes, I'll get your receipted vouchers.
Croupier, that's for you. Oh, this is just too wonderful for words. Oh, you certainly proved my lucky charm. With you along, I could make drastic changes in the bank at Monte Carlo.
Oh, no, Mrs. Van Weer, your books are balanced and keep them that way. And besides, I'm not so sure our luck would be as consistent anywhere else. Do you know one would almost think that the house fixed the wheel in our favor?
Listen, everyone, I'm giving a party. Everybody's invited. Come along, everybody.
Yeah. Jameson, phone Carlos and tell him to come and join the party.
Hello? Yes? Why, it doesn't seem possible.
The only way we'll get the Van Weer diamond now is to grab it. The heat's on. I don't like the way Lanyard's acting.
We'll take care of him. And you're right. We've got to get the old lady stoned tonight. I'm coming right over and join her lovely little party. I won't fail you. I said I'd get the stone.
Good. I'm going to take these vouchers down to the old lady. But we're getting out of here tonight.
I've been trying all my life to bring the
Pardon me, Mrs. Van Weer, but to use the vernacular, you are now off the hook.
Oh, thank you.
Congratulations.
Let's burn them.
By all means. Let's get a good start on the fire.
They burn nice. Oh, lovely flame.
I could burn my depths that way.
Don't you? He does. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm 68 years old, but this is the happiest moment of my Lillian, darling.
Well, this is a pleasant surprise.
I just heard of your amazing good luck. You don't think I'd miss a party given by my best friend?
How sweet. Isn't she just the dearest thing in the world?
I think she's had a little too much celebration. We should take her home.
Oh, let us stay and have some fun.
But it's bad for her heart. Come along, we must go.
Already? The party's only just started.
Well, don't you think it would be safer if we don't stay too late?
Do you mean somebody might try to... Oh, how thoughtful of you. Michael, you will come along and protect me.
Oh, I'd be delighted.
We'll take my car.
Come along, dear. We'll get you wrapped. Jameson, why don't you stay and wait for our friend? Right through here. Shall I drive?
Oh, no, Michael, it's all right.
Everything?
Yes.
Let's get out of here.
eh?
I just saw Senor Henderson leaving his station wagon.
Vámonos.
The old girl's had a big night. She's sound asleep. End of the line?
Oh, it's such a lovely evening, Michael. She won't mind if we stop here for a while.
Well, do you think we should? Statistics prove the automobile is responsible for as many accidents while parked as when in motion. Oh, no, you don't. Remember, this is a beautiful evening.
There's no use fooling myself, Michael. You don't love me.
You never thought for a moment that I did. So turn off the moon, dismiss the fiddle section. In a few moments, the police will come by here chasing your friends. We might as well wait.
Michael, whatever are you talking about?
Smuggling gems across the border wasn't a bad business, was it? Too bad Leon tried to cut me in and you had to kill him. And then Sharon found out too much, huh? Tell me, Dolly, did you do both murders with your two lovely little hands?
If you move, Michael, move slowly. Or else these lovely little hands will kill you, too.
Oh, fine.
Slide over behind this wheel. Now. El Lobo Solitario. Back up.
You know, this isn't going to do you any good. The police have your two friends tagged all the way down the line. You'll never get out of the country.
I'll get out, and with the Montgomery jewels, too. Even the Rajput diamond that you thought you were so clever about. Now back up and get on that road.
The dust, Jose.
Well, I brought the sly young fox and the fat old hen. Wake her up and get her out of there. Get out and get into the house.
Come on, come on.
Get out.
Don't use that tone to me, young man. I'm coming. What's the meaning of this? Where's Lillian? Michael!
Inside. Hurry.
Oh.
Sit down, you.
Oh.
Save you a lot of time, Henderson. It's a phony.
You're crazy.
Don't pay any attention to him. It's the McCoy.
That will give you some slight indication of how little she knows.
He's right. It is a phony.
It's not.
Give me that gun, you stupid dame. Stand up. I've been wanting to do this for a long time.
I don't think you have the nerve.
Oh, no?
No.
Taking care of the office ladies is nice work for you. Hey, it's a present for you, Carlos. You see now we don't let good men rot in jail? Gracias, Miguelito. You spoke truth. We all off the raid and catch the big fish, no? This is Senor O'Hara, United States Treasury official.
Oh, you'll find the Montgomery jewels in those briefcases over there.
Thanks. He'll be glad to get them back. Inspector Crane will appreciate this, too. He's been working on the case from the other end.
Isn't that typical of Crane? Wrong end.
Ever since we've known him, Jameson.
I insist on searching the Lone Wolf.
Please. Oh, no, you don't. I've been thrown in jail. I've been beaten up. I've had every indignity heaped upon me. I came here for a vacation. I came here to get plenty
of fresh air, to get early to bed.
That's right, and I'm not going to stand... Jameson, call the consul. Call me a lawyer. Please. Call the Marines. I'm not going to put up with this. I've had all I'm going to take from you. I came down here to get a rest. I haven't had a vacation.
Attention. Chief Police, Panama City. Michael Lanyard, alias the Lone Wolf, arriving plane today. Please extend him every courtesy and oblige. Carlos Rodriguez, Inspector Police, Mexico City. P.S. He has retired. I think